Virtually everything we take for granted in the modern world was someone's project at one point. The smartphone and computer you use, the house you live in, the car you drive, the roads it drives on, and the energy you use were brought into existence by a project. This book was a project. Ideas for a better future will come down to a series of projects, some of which will rate among the most ambitious endeavors humans have made. Many of the projects that have changed our lives for the better had benefits that justified the time and resources spent. Clear project successes, however, are not the most common outcomes. Cost and schedule overruns with benefits short of what was expected are not the exception but the norm. And some of the biggest failures not only end up wasting the resources committed to that effort, but have repercussions beyond the cost of the projects themselves. The persistence of these issues is not for a lack of efforts to solve them. For several decades now, there have been attempts to improve the situation with better standards, methods, software, and professional certifications. Yet, evidence of real improvements is elusive. We will argue that a large part of these problems come down to inadequate measurements. The solution is better measurements before, during, and even after the project. These will include measurements that may have been dismissed as impossible to compute, but, as the title of this book indicates, we will argue that anything that matters to your project is measurable. The size of projects. Projects can be very large endeavors, but they don't have to be. Indeed, the definitions that many separate sources have proposed for a project don't define a size at all. Consider this definition. Project: a temporary endeavor with a beginning and an end, and it must be used to create a unique product, service, or result. This is the definition proposed by the Project Management Body of Knowledge, PMBOK, which was developed by the Project Management Institute, PMI, the largest professional organization of project managers in the world. There are at least a dozen similar definitions from other recognized sources, like the Projects in Controlled Environments 2, PRINCE 2, International Project Management Association, IPMA, Association for Project Management, APM, and NASA. The general agreement among these sources is that projects are temporary endeavors with a defined start and end time. By all these definitions, a project is considered distinct from continuous processes. However, there is less agreement on whether the output needs to be unique. Some definitions add that a project is held to defined quality standards, IPMA, or should be based on a business case, PRINCE 2. But none require that these endeavors be given size or complexity to constitute a project. By many of these definitions, making breakfast is a project, especially if it was a unique breakfast with stated quality standards. But when people pursue careers as project managers and study for project management certifications, most are thinking of something bigger.